Hello, YouTube. Hi, how you doing? It's me again. Depending on the choices that I make in this particular scenario, you may or may not have already watched a playthrough of Tape 1 Bloom from Lost Records Bloom and Rage, the new narrative choice and consequence adventure from Don't Nod, which I was delighted to receive a key on and a tap on the shoulder about a big ARG attached to it that we are going to be getting into tonight in this video. We went through the adventure in Tape 1 and it was awesome. I kept going straight through it and we were having a magnificent time. And I had to stop to eat and do something else. And the moment that I had to stop, everybody was on the same page of, no, please, please, can we continue? And I felt it too. So after I ate and took care of what I needed to take care of, I came right back and we finished it in one day. That was a let's finish this in one day because we've got to see how this goes kind of adventure. I highly recommend it. Tape 2 is coming on April 15th, and we are so excited. But between the two releases, we have an ARG, and it's a very exciting occasion. You're gonna like this, just from the look that I have to show you immediately for this. But let me go ahead and get us over into the corner of the office, and I can explain. When it comes to this game, what you need to know is that in the summer of 1995, in Velvet Cove, Michigan, there was a group of girls who joined together in a Riot Girl band. I just had some general awesome adventures out in the woods together until they came across something mysterious. And things got very interesting from there. The game takes place mostly from the perspective of the character Swan, who is very much one of our type of people. Big into horror, big into recorded media with her own camcorder, absolutely loving going around and recording as much stuff as she can on tape. And you get to go through the game doing that all the time as you're going through the narrative and forming relationships and making choices and discovering some things that should not be. It was really, really awesome. But before that released, on the official X account for Lost Records, there was a post. This old system is coming back to life, but it needs a little help. Are you in? And it was a short video showing a computer process and a link that invited you to a Discord server. A Discord server that was run by Aaron. Aaron saying, "Hey, thanks for joining. I wasn't sure anyone would actually respond. My name's Aaron. I'm kinda going through a lot right now. I found this old PC that belonged to my mom. She passed away recently, and I can't explain it, but I feel like there's something important inside. Problem is, the thing's totally broken and stuck on the weird recovery screen. This is really important to me, so I need to be sure you're serious about helping me before we go any further. But it's not just that. I want to know if you get me, if we're on the same wavelength. Let's take it slow and get to know each other first. I'll send you 2 or 3 puzzles in the next few days, and if you find the answers, that means we're probably vibing to the same kind of stuff." Now, this is a fun situation for us because we are going to be experiencing this ARG and a little bit of what came before, but as you all know, we love to approach it from the how was it built perspective, even as we're enjoying the experience. So, what we have here is a character getting established in a situation where a community can come together, obviously. Everybody needs a trailhead. In this particular instance, there was only really one trailhead, which was through the X account for Play Lost Records. And this particular server. You had to get into the server to begin the game, really. So that's our trailhead. We have this character, and there's going to be a little bit of playing around with the crowd in order to give them an idea of what's ahead of them, and also just to test them while building familiarity. So Erin does a little bit of a recap a day later on the whole thing with the PC that belonged to her mom, and getting the right people to help her out because it's going to be difficult for her to open up the PC. It's old. She really doesn't know what to do about it. But she has these puzzles in order to test the logic skills of the people in the midst of the Discord server. Where can I start? Movies! Movies have always been my escape. Growing up, they were like little time capsules. Stories I could step into whenever I need to feel something different, something bigger. Some movies just stick with you forever, you know? Do you have a movie like that? One you could watch 100 times and never get tired of? And so in the Discord server, there were plenty of people who responded, sharing their love of movies. And then Erin brought in this. In fact, I'll make you guess the director, and if you find it, I'll tell you what's my favorite movie. Humans are such incredible animals, right? The things we've accomplished will always amaze me. Like my favorite film director. Their stories have shaped my imagination for as long as I can remember. Their films are full of magic, mystery, and unforgettable, sometimes transformative experiences. Can you guess who it is? Okay, Kippy killed it in one. Great job, Kippy, because you nailed it. And garlic knots too, Porco Rosso. Because it was indeed Miyazaki. Yep, it was Miyazaki. Erin explains, I was going for the plane and the Italian flag to hint at what inspired the name Studio Ghibli. But yeah, I guess throwing a pig and a plane in the same sketch kinda gave it away. She also explained that her favorite film from them is Spirited Away. And then, Monday, you'll face your first real challenge, unlocking that PC. So, I need to make sure you're all as good at solving puzzles as I hope you are before then. I love puzzles myself, but this one, it's got me completely stuck. Here we go. My music puzzle. I want you to find one specific song, the one I've had on repeat since my mom passed away. And I'm telling you right now, it's not some Sufjan Stevens? I think it's pronounced. I took the song and kind of messed with the audio. I don't want to make it too easy for you, right? You're good at solving puzzles, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Let me know when you think you've got it. Just a second. So there's a clip, 5 seconds of it messed around. And they got it! The song is indeed Funeral by Phoebe Bridgers. We also have a lot of interaction with Erin to try and figure out who she is and who her mom is, which is incredibly intriguing after having just played Lost Records. You really want to figure out, like, who passes away? Who had a daughter here that we're interacting with now? Is it one of the main girls? And so Erin gives us some info. Turned 23 on January 13th. Still getting used to saying that, honestly. So, born in 2002. 1995 is the year things happen. So, 7 years after that, someone was pregnant with Erin. And they were all teenagers at the time. It's not necessarily one of the main girls. We had to really ask around about this. But then another puzzle dropped. So here's my little book puzzle. This one's a bit different. And so you see that, and you might just stare at the screen like, buffering. Asking, what the hell do you do? ISBN, that would be the first thing that you would think of, right? But no. This one, I'm looking at it, it's like, I don't know what the hell I would have done for that. But they got it. D65, Dune from 1965. DM69, Dune Messiah of 1969. The rest of it, it's all Dune. All of it's Dune. which is funny because there is a Dune reference novel in Swan's room when you're playing Lost Records, Bloom, uh, the tape one, where it's sand. And it's clearly a Dune nod. So that was the win. They managed it. And here's a little bit of questioning about her mother. Erin saying, in response to, "Is your mother still with us?" No, she left a couple of weeks ago. I found her old computer while packing up her apartment. Left, but also deceased. Now, after all this, it was time for the PC to solve the PC and help get this running at specifically moviepalaceonline.com. If you were here for our playthrough, you know the Movie Palace well. It is a prominent location where Swan loves to get films to sit down and watch, and she goes to return a film, and on a very specific day, it kickstarts her interactions with the other girls in a very powerful way. It's great. It's great having Movie Palace online as our place to go to here for this experience. Her mother's name, by the way, Virginia, which after our playthrough, I cannot bring to mind a Virginia. It's not one of the main girls. It's just okay, Virginia. A wife of one of our girls? Someone's wife? Maybe. Yeah, Nora never gave her wife's name. Maybe Nora's wife. Who knows? So then we had another access point, actually. There was another call through the X account. Erin found her late mother's old PC. Something inside is calling to her. What secrets does it hide? And this is when people really got put to the test. It's very, very good that they had as many people in there as they did, especially divers of the puzzle and codes ARG type, because they needed them. Because this is the kind of screen that you are hit with trying to get into this. Checking out what was happening as they were trying to crack this thing, it's like, oh, that's it. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. So we can see here, login Virginia is inside of here. And then under error, unable to launch login, reason disk signature mismatch detected. Detected disk signature, except there are a bunch of pieces missing. Suggested action, repair signature using set sig command. MJ Anderson says logic puzzles terrify me. Well, MJ, that's exactly why guys like you and I sit down and bite our fingernails as we wait for the others to arrive. We're good at some things. We're great at some things. But certain elements of this scene, it's like, no, please. Please. And this was the reaction that was a strongly shared sentiment in the Discord. Someone will solve it for us. Which is what MJ and I say at moments like this. It's just, okay, sit back and wait. Check back in like 3 hours. Somebody will have it. Unless the puzzle is broken, someone will have it. So they went about it, and there were a bunch of screens for them to go through. There was a lot of text file entries in order to really help. Part of this process was getting the password for Virginia, which ended up being inside of this shape of a maple leaf. And there was a hint. The password relates to an old legend, something about courage and eternal quest, and a hero with a fondness for breaking things. It is a maple leaf. And it's Zelda. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's related to Zelda. I believe it was Zelda OX or XO. But it was a Zelda password. And then there were other things like this. And you look at one of these things and you just... There's some puzzles where you feel like, okay, I can throw myself at this. This kind of thing, I look at it and say, okay, maybe I could crack this. But some of the and you know the password being hidden inside of here, easy enough to pick that up because you can see what elements stand out. But you run into something like this, it's like, okay, that might be a touch harder, but I can maybe help. But this is why it's such a huge thing for ARGs to have a community to come together and work together. So a little bit more just to catch the whole signature detection thing. But at this point, after seeing some of the things going on, people were just like this, while others were making it through. Like this was the response to the table image, the check words table, and they were like this. And then there was binary. Because of course there was binary. There's always binary. There was a binary code sequence too that they needed to use. But in the end, they managed it. They pulled it off. All of the data checks that they needed to pass, they did, resulting in a defragmentation process that would complete within a set amount of hours. Yeah, it's defrag from 95, so you can understand the length of time. They felt great about it, though. Now, here's the fun part about having exactly the right crowd for your ARG when you've got puzzles and codes involved. Movie Palace Online was given to them at 2:25 p.m. on February 17th, okay? 2:25 p.m. The win was in by 4:06 p.m. They did it in less than 2 hours. Hell yeah! There was a lot of screaming going on by some members, but within 2 hours, they nailed it. This is what it means to have...
Damn good margarita.
It is a damn good margarita. They did it! The unlock!
The flag comes, and that day is coming. It's yours, it's yours, it's your flag in the sky, and we will.
And it, of course,
make it ours. It's the
brings us to
biggest flag in the sky.
the real deal.
And it's ours, and we want nothing more than to make it our own. And we're proud, and we're proud, and we're proud of the flag. Salute the flag, salute the flag, salute the flag on the mountaintop. It's our flag up top on the mountaintop.
Absolutely salute all the members of the Velvet Cove Discord there. Or more specifically, the Movie Palace Online ARG community. We have, is this a shot of Virginia's apartment? That's a good question. We actually don't know where this is specifically. We know Erin is there, but we're not quite sure exactly where we are. We have a Movie Palace tape. We have Copper Country Trails. We have another Movie Palace tape underneath there. A cassette. Some other peripheral items from the 90s that you could see on the desk. We have some discs. We've got Wonder Watch, which I'm pretty sure we saw in Swan's room at one point. Or Fawn's Rest. It's a very cool environment. And, of course, you can power on. And we're here. And because things have already been solved, we're able to reboot the system. Now, let me go ahead and do us a favor and size this up a bit so that we're really honed in on this computer. I love this look. This dirty old PC from the 90s. Look at that. Great texture and design work there. Hey! Okay. So we've got internet, documents, and emails. Cybera 1. Activation cards, Cyber Guide, and Discover Cyber America PDF. Oh, activate your free trial now. Log into the future. Activation code. Okay. Cyber Guide. Oh. Huh. Cyber America Getting Started Guide. Welcome to Cyber America. Get ready to explore the information superhighway. Follow the steps below to set up your free trial and start browsing today. Insert the Cyber America floppy disk into your computer's disk drive. The installation program should start automatically.
Feeling good? Feeling sassy?
I'm feeling good. Installation program should start automatically. If it doesn't open my computer, double-click the disk drive, and then double-click Setup. Follow on-screen instructions. Okay, create a Cyber install folder on your computer. The Internet app will be installed. Once installation is complete, launch Cyber Browser to set up your connection. You'll need your server name and activation code found on the printouts. Once connected, start exploring the Internet with Cyber America. Images load in less than 30 seconds. Wow.
It's a damn good margarita.
Chat rooms and forums for every interest. Talk to strangers online. It's the 90s. What could possibly go wrong? Great sense of humor. I don't know, guys. We've never experienced anything going wrong.
What's this?
Right? In all of our adventures over time, everything turns out perfectly okay. Insert Cyber America installation floppy disk. Follow the on-screen prompts. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what Swan had on her desk. Alright, this is cute. Activation card. But we cannot pierce that code. Alright. Okay. Let's see here. We have the server. And we need an activation code, right? If you open it in a new tab and squint, you can see the code. They said how to reveal the code on the card. Okay. Use the special decoder glasses included in this envelope. Oh, I can actually see. I can actually see it a bit. Oh, it's like the magic eye thing. It's a red filter. Okay. It is magic eye. If you squint, you get it. Good thing you had these special decoder glasses on it. Okay. You took it into Photoshop, add a red layer set to multiply, and it was visible. All right. So I actually do have readily available the Discord, which does thankfully have steps for people if they need them at certain points, which you expect of a community. So if you give me a second to take a look at what we got here. Yeah, solution steps literally says filter the weird color thing with red, which is exactly what I would have done. I would have brought it into Photoshop and gone through that whole process here. It's just that would have been a little bit of a chore to do that live. But we need the server. Server name and activation code found on the printout, it says. The server list is on the printout. What? Oh. Okay. Wait, I got it now. Server location. Okay. So, with this, of course it's got to be in coordinates for some extra fun here. All right. So you have to think about where it is. It's for Michigan. And I do have, again, people already did the work ahead of time, so we've got it. And I know which one it is. It's WOL 313. Ah. New email. Cool. It's taking its time. It's on its way. Give it a minute. Give it right. Any second now. Okay. Well, we could try the internet. All right. Movie Palace. VelvetCove.TWN town. Maybe get off the phone. Mom! Oh, this is interesting. All right, you know what? Hold on. Let me take a look at the info I got here. Because something cool is going on. There appears to be something new happening literally today as of about 2 hours ago when it comes to the computer and helping out Aaron. Once again, we blind. Yep. That would be because I gotta check the Discord for a minute here. All right. I think I got the troubleshoot. I think I got it. I might need to refresh, actually. Hold on. Oh! Okay. That did it. All right, there we go. There's our refresh. The refresh did it. Okay. Aaron Walsh, 2002, CyberAmerica.town. Thanks again, and something you should see. Subject, thanks again, and something you should see. Hey, first off, thank you again for helping me get this PC up and running. I honestly didn't think it would even power on, let alone connect to the internet. I don't know why, but I feel good energy from it, like it's leading me somewhere. Maybe it's just me trying to make sense of things, but I feel like this might help me stay connected to my mom in a way I wasn't expecting. I can't always be around. Schoolwork keeps me on campus most of the time, but I'll be checking in when I can. In the meantime, I'm counting on you to help me figure things out. I'll send updates when I find anything new, and you can always reach me here. Oh, one more thing. I also found a few things my mom kept from when she was younger. They're small personal things, but they feel important, like pieces of a vision of her I never got to know. A poem. She told me so many times how trapped she felt growing up in a small town, but seeing it written down like this, it hits different. I wonder if she ever really felt like she made it out. A bucket list. Turns out my mom was way more rebellious than I gave her credit for. Some of the things she wrote down, let's just say I definitely wouldn't have imagined her doing them. A movie palace receipt. Don't know why she kept this, but it must have meant something to her. A doodle, just some scribbles, but I kept staring at it, trying to see what she saw when she drew it. And then there's a floppy disk. I thought maybe it would have photos or notes, but everything on it looks corrupted. The file names are weird. I have no idea what's on it. Take a look through everything and let me know what you find. I feel like she kept this for a reason. Talk soon, Aaron. Velvet Cage, Bucket List, Movie Palace Receipt, Doodle, and Corrupted Files. Velvet Cage. This town is a song stuck on repeat, a scratch on a record skipping the beat. The ocean calls but never speaks, the streets all end in dead-end dreams. Neon hums and tape rewinds, but nothing new ever arrives. I write my name in fogged-up glass, knowing soon I'll make it past. One more year, then I'll be free. This town won't hold what's left of me. Her mom was from the town in game, yeah. From Velvet Cove. Okay, we have the broken heart, and we have the... looks like a tornado. Bucket list before I leave. Skip school for something naturally worth it. Sneak into an R-rated movie. Call in a fake song request on the radio. Make a mixtape for you-know-who. Camp in the woods. So creepy. Never again. Learn every word to one movie and recite it perfectly. Road trip with E. Walk out of class in protest. Make sure it's worth it. Take the bus somewhere random. No plan. Write a letter to my future self. Find out if the rumors about the tunnels are true. No chickening out. Leave a secret note inside a movie palace rental case. Try every possible hair color before graduation. Guys, is this cat's journal? And a parallel life cat? What if it is? I mean, we never saw inside that journal, but so far the outside of it is looking... Cat's homeschooled, so not our cat. Damn it. You're right. The receipts. The date was July 15th, 1995 of the rental. Member ID. We have a member ID. The invitation. No. The unwritten feast. Due date, July 22nd. Alright. What if we can use this with a website? The unwritten past. Okay. Thank you. Member ID. Can I click the box next to the PC? No. Okay. Doodle. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Looks like a skyline, though. Huh. Alright. Corrupted files. You're gonna have to give me a moment because it just gave me a zip. Oh, BMP file. Looks like we don't support this file format. Yeah, thanks. I think I know how to deal with that. There's a DAT file. I'll try it in Notepad? Oh, shit. There's a JPEG, which is not appearing for me. And there's a song. Can the song play for me, at least right now? Media Foundation reported an error when opening the file. Oh. So literally all of this is actually broken. Let me check out what's happened in the Discord so far, because it seems like this all rolled out exactly what it says on the tin. Yes, it seems like this all rolled out as soon as things loaded up when the computer unlocked, which was release day. So let me see about progress in that vein. Okay, so the text approaching from a text editor like Notepad actually is the way that you would go about this, because they are corrupted files, so you would have to fix something. If you convert them from ASCII, you'll find that one of the pieces has PNG near the beginning. You'll need to combine the 4 files together somehow. Do you notice anything about the file names? Have you seen these words in one of the other files Aaron provided? Someone on r/ARG said they've solved it. It has been solved inside. Oh, it's involved. They used it with something off of GitHub. Okay. The order, I guessed this right off of that hint already, is it's in the poem. You need the order from the poem, and you need to actually get this open in a text editor to convert them. Convert the files and concatenate them together in the order of Velvet Cage. Okay. You guys know I'm willing to do plenty for getting forward in an ARG with you guys and for us. But learning how to concatenate corrupted files on the spot is a bit of a curve for your boy. So I do have the solution here. I've got what came out at the end. Let me size this down. Yeah, Vivelco presents Water Bodies, co-starring Jack Vaughn and Roxanne Sinclair. That's a bit above my pay grade type moment. That is a moment of I can't exactly learn that right away on stream. Sort of moment. Water Bodies. Okay, well, let's go ahead and hand that over then. Oh. Wait, Water Bodies? That doesn't ring a bell. Wait, hold on. I did see that title in the Movie Palace newsletter. But why would my mom have a hidden image of it buried in a corrupted floppy disk? This is seriously weird. And the Velvet Cove portal is still online, frozen in time like it never left the 90s. We're getting newsletters like they've been waiting to send them for decades. Thank you for finding this, seriously. I don't know what any of it means yet, but I feel like we're onto something. Can you keep an eye on Water Bodies when it drops? I have a feeling we need to see what's inside. Thanks, Erin. Mission 1 complete. Cool! Alright, so it's a mission system. And it's... Okay. It feels like it's gonna be... Because the way that things usually go for live ARGs, like bigger production type of stuff, is that it is a continuous act. And we have part 2 coming out in April. My immediate assumption here is that it is going to be something that consistently goes on. And we have multiple missions as time passes. Hey there, movie lovers! Exciting news, your very first issue of the Movie Palace Messenger is here. Every Tuesday, we'll be bringing you the latest updates, Hollywood gossip, and of course, details on this week's Movie of the Week. We're still in beta, so if you run into any hiccups, don't hesitate to hit up the forums. In the meantime, grab some popcorn, maybe even the exclusive new flavors from Darkson Birkenmeyer, and check out what's coming to Movie Palace Online this Thursday. Today. Mission 2. Okay. Okay. This is actually very clever. So newsletters commonly do come out on specific days. I'm guessing the format here is that you complete a mission, because you can see we've got mission 2 waiting there for us. Complete a mission, get a newsletter. Newsletter will let you know the next day that something's gonna come out. Show up then. You might have another mission. Okay. Dropping stages of the ARG via a newsletter. Yes. So you would have to keep coming back to this computer on those specific days. And it would track it probably, well, through the cookie system. Update Tuesdays. Yeah, every Tuesday we'll be bringing you the latest updates, Hollywood gossip, and of course details. But there's also this Thursday. So Tuesday or Thursday, possibly both. We would find out next Tuesday. So it would probably be best to check in next Tuesday. Newsletter. It'll be a PDF. Cool. Movie Palace. The Messenger. I'm your girl, Travis, and you will always be my buoy. Welcome to Movie Palace's official email newsletter, delivered straight to your inbox every Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday is a definite. We've been getting fantastic feedback about Movie Palace online. You all just love being part of the future of entertainment. True, there have been some technical challenges, we're still in beta mode, and don't forget you can reach out for help in the forums. Nevertheless, every week, more and more of you are logging in to post on the forums, chat with each other in the chat rooms, and of course, to watch fantastic movies. There we go with Water Bodies. Online Movie of the Week. On the sun-drenched beaches of Miami, lifeguard Travis Cole, played by Jack Vaughn, saves a mysterious woman, Serena Lane, Roxanne Sinclair, from drowning, only to find himself caught in a deadly riptide of obsession and murder. Their steamy affair turns sinister when his colleagues start turning up dead, and Serena's passion becomes a suffocating grip he can't escape. With danger lurking beneath every wave and a blood-soaked secret waiting to surface, Water Bodies is a sultry, suspenseful PG-13 thriller where desire can kill, and the tide always comes back for more. The LA Examiner called it a gripping thriller where danger comes in waves. Tell us what you think, armchair critics. Oh no, could I have been a movie trailer guy? Trivia. When asked how he maintained his chiseled physique for his many, many shirtless scenes, Jack Vaughn admitted, "I lived on beans and soda crackers for 2 months." He wasn't exaggerating. Filming was briefly paused when Jack started displaying symptoms of scurvy. Serena Lane was famously passed over for the role of CJ Parker on Baywatch, but said she felt somewhat vindicated to be starring in a more thoughtful take on the dangers of the beach. New flavors of popcorn: double dill pickle, extreme fried chicken, radical red crunch. Hollywood gossip with Pipsqueak McLean. You didn't hear from me, but guess which former of the Brat House twins movies has been seen making late-night visits to Madonna's Malibu mansion? Nope, it's the other one. I'd bet all the cheese that we won't be seeing a squeakquel to Maverick, even though it was a box office hit and won a squeaking Oscar. Word round the mousehole is 2 of the actors don't see eye to eye on politics. Politics schmolitics, I want more funny westerns. Okay, that's adorable. No, it was the 90s. It had to be extreme fried chicken. If it wasn't extreme, it did not sell.
The Hollywood squeakquel! Ha ha!
Okay. So, Mission 2. Hey, okay, so I just started watching Water Bodies, and something is definitely off. At first, I thought it was just a bad upload, but the more I watched, the more it felt deliberate. It feels like something is disrupting the film, trying to break through the static. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things, but after finding that poster hidden in my mom's files, this just feels connected. Can you take a look and tell me if you see what I see? I have a feeling there's something here we're meant to find. Aaron. You didn't attach it, Aaron. Oh, there's a Discord link in case you get in trouble with it. To the Discord. One moment. I hear it. So, yeah, definitely, I heard Morse code too. I saw images there. Yeah, there's quite a few words in here. This is something I might actually be able to do something about. Okay. We're now in Adobe Premiere Pro. Hmm. Okay. Is this where it begins? You know what's funny about the... Why did it not... I'm on video view now. I'm on video view. Why are you not updating? Why are you not updating? Not happy about my solution here, but I'll take it if I have to. Now it'll play nice. Okay. All right. Now it'll play nice. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out on that one. Okay. Yeah, there's code in the audio. Endless sky. Okay. Endless sky. One second here. We're going to do this in the fashion that we knew how to do it from our work with footage in tape 1 of Lumen Rage. Because I believe that's the mechanic here. Plain sight, no echoes. Walk and walk. All right. No echo, step beyond again. We have a lot of repetition here. Endless sky whispers, stepped beyond. Plain sight. No echoes. No echoes just kept appearing in different places. Plain sight too. Plain sight has moved. Walk and walk. Stepped beyond. No echoes again. Walk and walk. Whispers. Stepped beyond. Distortion begins here. I mean, ends there. Here's our segment in full. It does feel like a poem. Wonder if it goes with the first part or if the clues are all internal to each part. Alright. What is being whispered there, though? That's the other thing, is some audio study is absolutely needed. The feet were walking as if the recording's moving backwards. Let's grab that audio. Aha! Long, 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 long. And then it gets muddy here, but if you look here, short, 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 long. We do have Morse. We've got it. Capture noise, print, select file, rip it out. Almost, but not quite. Let's do it again. Yep. That's better. Oh boy, this is the kind of thing that's going to take you quite a few passes to parse what the Morse is, because there's so much dirt in the track. The visual is going to be the biggest helper here, but you're going to have to use your ear. What am I saying? Goodbye. All right. Long, 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 long. You know those little, like, almost like tiny xylophone taps, though? That's really fucking with it. Right there's one of them. There. Not a fan of that. That's making it a bit difficult. You can literally see how it's getting into the track and screwing with us here. It's so much cleaner on this side of it. And we have it to start. It just, then it gets... The years and years I have spent learning the visual language of the frequency view. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's mud here. You want to know why? Because the signature is here for the long. You don't need this component. What you need is this. And even though that little xylophone is kicking in here and playing with it, there's still enough evidence of that length working here. Just like this. And whereas this, these are the shorts. These are the shorts. These are the longs. It continues with the longs into the xylophone tap. You can hear it too, through the tapping. This denotes space, because this is too long compared to the pieces that came before it. It goes long, 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 long. There's a breath. You get the silence. You get the pickup again. It wants to screw with me here. Yeah, it wants to put up a fight on this one. But I can hear it. Long and 4 shorts, right? Yup. Yeah, Bo, you're right. They're 5 bits each. Each one is 5 bits. Long, short, short, long, short. That one's obvious. One, two, three, 4. Long. Okay. Long, 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 long. Isolate there. That's another space. Long, 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 short, short. This is not all one piece. But if I can run it back, I know where it ends. Long, 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 which means it's gotta be two shorts in here, right? Long, long, long. It's gotta be short, short in there, which means this one is. Question is this the long? And I think it's a long. I think it's a long at the start. I think it's a long.
That's the most.
Do you hear it? Ba ba ba. Okay. But what does a short literally look like? It's gotta be literally that short. It's gotta be like 2 or 4 dots. That stupid xylophone. Haha, this middle section is fucking with me. Okay. It's the pause is either not long enough to parse it well, or that xylophone is beating us here. Long, long, long. It has to be short, short. But where does it stop? It stops somewhere here. I'm calling it here. If it's long, short, short, it sounds like long, short, short, long, long. You think that's 8 bits in standard binary? Does that make sense somehow, though, with this? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need you guys for this one here, alright? Because we need to plot this out now that we've got these segmented much as we can. First one's easy. It's 5 longs. 5 longs for the first one. Very simple. Second component. Long, 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 short, short. I've got the headphones on. I've had them on. You can't do streaming and not have headphones. This next segment. There is long, short, short. And I swear it's coming across as long, long. So let's entertain the idea, alright? That it's, for the third one, long, short, short, long, long. Long, short, short, long, long, which is 5. And then the second one is
Feeling good?
short, short,
Feeling sassy?
I'm feeling a little bit more sassy than good right now, but hold on the sound redeems, please. Short, short, long, long, long for the one after. And then we have long, short, 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 short. So long, short, 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 short. Final piece. Not final piece. Next one is long, short, short, long, short. And then the last one, easy. Long, 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 short. So if we have all of that, what do we have? 0, 8, /6/9. 8, 6, 9. A birthday? 2008, June 9th? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. June 9th, 2008. Could be. Is it Aaron's birthday? No, 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 because Aaron's birthday is January. Good job, everybody. Thank you for keeping on that. It'd be an odd way to write a date. I mean, it still could be a way that you write the date, though. Remember the videos backwards. Okay, yeah. So that still would be 2008, but it would be September 6th. You're right. Okay, all right. September 9th, 2008, or September 8th, 2008? September 8th, 2008, right? Or 9/6/80. Okay. No. We'll try the slashes. No. No. Okay. You have to send a message with the full rundown of what you've got. Okay. So people have solved this. You gotta get the full rundown. 8 characters. 8 characters in total. Each character's 5 symbols. Alright, so we got the breakdown correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Alright. We did get that. Alright. I don't know what to tell you, except the 8 was correct. At least 08 was correct. Guys, we did get that. Yeah, it did need to run, I think, backwards. Because what it actually is 08/16/94. We were totally right about the process. Somehow did not manage it on actually discerning it. I don't know what to tell you about that one. As for the second, oh boy, okay. Is there a way that I can do this next piece visually? This would be difficult, but maybe. The folds on the poster match the words popping up. Yeah, which is exactly why the poster effect is laid over the video. So what I gotta do, we can do this with Premiere. I just need to really mess around and things. Okay. I'm gonna close Audition. And we'll go back into Premiere. Because we can make this work at least. I need to line up a shot. We got that nice big star-shaped piece here. Try poster with opacity, not the video. Yep, that's what I'm thinking next. I really want this to be a case where I don't have to rotate it. Do I have a strong line that runs horizontal with a slash on the right? Strong line horizontal slash on the right. This is a strong line that's horizontal with slash on the right, but it's missing this piece down there. Through the poster holes. That would be why. Yep, because I was looking at the poster holes and I was just thinking there's gotta be a reason for it. And the only orientation by which you could get all of them would be rotated, right? Yep. Alright. Need a big horizontal line. And the only way I can do that... No. Unless I have to invert it. Unless I've got to invert it. Which I could do in Photoshop, but I've tried to do Photoshop before with the OBS run, and it doesn't work. Okay. Thank you, Bo. And yet I feel as if that's still not gonna... I've got it wrong in some fashion. That's not it. I am not going to make you suffer through something that was supposed to be done in Photoshop for somebody to truly get this very right. Because the painstaking process of actually pulling this shit off, I know. We understand how this works. That's it. It's just like the Morse code, we understand how it works. But I'm not going to make you sit through the pain in the ass of me trying to flip this around and all of it and line it up and drop the opacity. Yes, we will grab the answer. I appreciate both of these puzzles. I truly do. I'm just not going to make you sit through that on my part of going through it. The solution. The revealed letters are she disappeared. Full answer. She disappeared in 8/16/94. Okay. Are you fucking with me? Okay. Eight 1694. She disappeared. That's huge. But is that all there was? I feel like there's another piece of this puzzle we're missing. Take another look. There might be more we need to connect. Oh no. Backwards audio, the whispers. Yep. No. It might be a typo. It might be a typo. Hold on. I might... Hold on. No K! It was a 0! It was a 0! Oh! I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, I don't even know what to say right now. She disappeared, and that date, 8/16/94. This isn't random. Someone, maybe even my mom, wanted this to be found, but why hide it like this? And who disappeared? Thank you for figuring this out. I'm going to start digging, see if I can find anything that connects to this. In the meantime, keep an eye on the next movie release in the next Movie Palace newsletter. If there's more, I have a feeling that's where we'll find it. Talk soon, Aaron. Okay. Okay. So, next Tuesday. I guess we check the newsletter next Tuesday. Right? Well, we are at the least persistent. Right? Did your mom have Minesweeper? I guess right now we could use Minesweeper or something. How about MS Paint? Some version of that. So I could draw the big dick I feel like right now. Okay. Now is not the time to dissociate. You're right. You're right. All right. So, needless to say, I love this. This is a fiercely cool way to do an ARG, where so much of this is happening through the PC like this. And you can download things and play around with them and email answers in order to progress. I think it's really cool. Oh, wow. Look at all this stuff that's heading down. But it seems that we have 8 total puzzle slots going on. So we have water bodies that we just started out with. And then we have 7 weeks, which is probably going to take us on up to... Yeah, 7 weeks should take us up to the release of Tape 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Yeah, every week. Okay, so the newsletter comes out every week on Tuesday. Right. We got that. So every week we should be able to come back and take a look at things. I will try my best to be smarter in the returning weeks doing this. I will try my best to be smarter, but we'll keep coming back to this. Everybody, what have we learned? When in doubt, go back to the actual way that things came out, even if your brain wants to drop a 0. If your brain wants to drop the 0. And check the Discord, yes. Remember your zeros. When in doubt, ask somebody else to do it. I guess that too, FJ. But the access point, moviepalaceonline.com, of course. And of course, let's not forget that this is attached to and woven into the whole world of Velvet Cove through Lost Records Bloom and Rage. And while we have played through the first tape yesterday, I know that there's a lot of you here who probably were not there for that. It's so worth it. Like, you're gonna have a very special time if you sit down with this game. Seriously. Sit down with the game. It's special. It really is. And even if you did sit down with me yesterday for it, Tape 2 is coming. And that's an experience you can have all on your own. And I highly recommend it, because that was just wow. And seriously, if you want to be in a live ARG, this is your opportunity. It's a big deal. For something this cool, for something this interactive, moviepalaceonline.com, and go through the Lost Records Twitter to actually, or, you could just take the path that was available, which is once you get through here, go into an email, mess up, or ask Erin for the Discord link, and she'll probably just drop you the Discord link right there. Nice and easy. Easy way to go about things. Is there literally anything else? Okay. We got something that. Oh, hold it.
It's about to get a lot more fun in here.
Let's see if this clears. Oh, awesome. Okay, so this whole thing is turning out to be way more than I thought. At first, I figured this was just about fixing my mom's old PC, getting it to boot, maybe finding a few old files. But after everything that's happened already, I can tell this is going to be bigger than that. And if I'm diving into something I don't fully understand, I want to document it. I want to remember everything. Not just what we find, but the people helping me figure it all out. So here's how it started. I sent out a call for help. I wasn't sure if anyone would actually respond, but a lot of you did. And not just that, you were welcoming, curious, ready to help. At first, I wanted to make sure we were on the same wavelength, so I threw out a few puzzles just to see if we clicked. Over the next few days, I got to know some of you, and you got to know me. Bulldozer, Fluffy, Pixel Guitar, K-Sun, you guys made me feel less alone. Whoa, okay, all right. We have Discord members who interacted with Aaron specifically showing up in the document now. So we have confirmed character interaction is having a direct impact on media of story. That's awesome. And then there were the ones who absolutely crushed the puzzles. Neko Jubilee cracked the audio puzzle in no time, and Dream Prism flexed their math skills like it was nothing. Even Vibin, who is skeptical of me the whole time, I kind of get it. Trust isn't easy, and I don't blame anyone for keeping their guard up. Then when I finally showed you all the PC, you didn't disappoint. You broke through the weird, confusing recovery mode, figured out the rules I never could, and launched the defrag. Because of you, the computer is finally running again. Now we just have to see what's inside. Aaron. Okay, so what else do we have? Because there's another log. So yeah, this is officially way weirder than I expected. At first, I thought fixing the PC was going to be the hard part, but now I'm questioning everything. When the computer finally booted up, there was no internet access. No surprise there. It's ancient, but somehow thanks to a Cyber America floppy disk and some instructions buried in the system files, we got it back online. I don't know what's crazier, the fact that this free trial still works, or the fact that Cyber America is still offering dial-up in the first place. Seriously, who even uses this anymore? Once we got online, I sent out an email with some of the other stuff I found in the box with the PC, a poem, a doodle, a bucket list, and a corrupted floppy disk. My mom's old things. I thought maybe they were just sentimental, but now I'm not so sure. Because you, the absolute geniuses that you are, figured out that the files on the floppy weren't what they seemed. Azu was the first to spot that one of the files could be turned into a PNG. Then Vorik42 realized that all the files were actually hex code and had to be pieced together. And the order? It was hidden in the words of the poem. You guys figured that out too. And what did we get when we put it all together? A movie poster, Water Bodies. That name sounded familiar, and for good reason. It was listed in the Movie Palace newsletter as the next movie coming to their platform. But here's the thing. Those newsletters, they're from 1995. Movie Palace is acting like it's still in beta, still releasing movies like it's 1995. But isn't Movie Palace supposed to have shut down in, 2012? This isn't just about an old PC anymore. Something is seriously off. I guess we'll find out more on Thursday when Water Bodies drops. Aaron. I love this. So, obviously, clearly, it's a little bit involved once you get in here. This is a true ARG. You must take pieces and put them together. You must come up with solutions. You need to submit your solutions, and you will progress the narrative this way. There is the interactivity factor, though, that very clearly is coming into play in the logs, which is really, really great. That's fun. That you can be rewarded in that highly personal manner. And of course, we have a little bit of suspicion already about how this ties into what we've already experienced from tape 1. I don't know what's going on in this story. I am excited to find out. And we've got week to week to come back and check on this. I really do like what came out of today's work for this with water bodies. Obviously, we did not have the smoothest time of it. I take full responsibility. I take full responsibility. But we have 7 weeks to redeem ourselves, right? Me, I have 7 weeks to redeem myself. That's what it is. Not you guys, me. But I really love this. It's immersive, it's clever, it's gameplay. You have a community right there to get involved with and help you out, and you can see the outcome in the logs. And maybe more stuff, we don't know. We don't know how involved this is going to get. But I'm excited to find out. Okay, so we are actually back. The following Tuesday, there is an update. So it does very much appear this is going to be a weekly thing. You can see we have a new email waiting for us from Erin. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what's happening now. Hey, so it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Movie Palace should have sent out a new newsletter by now. Even the email is confirming that in-game. So very clearly, it's very much spelling it out now, is yes, this is going to be updated weekly. Make sure that you check in weekly on Tuesday at the very least. But nothing. Not in my inbox, not on the PC, nothing. I don't know what to make of it. Have these weird 1995 emails just stopped? Or is something else going on?
What's this?
It's an email. I really hope we get it soon. Otherwise, what does that mean for everything we've been uncovering? I was talking to Ivy about it. Remember? I mentioned her in my Discord, but I don't know if you were there at the time. She's my best friend, and she thinks this whole thing is just some kind of weird computer glitch. Right. Like maybe those old emails were stuck in a loop and finally broke. She also says that even though the whole water bodies thing was weird, it's probably just a corrupted file, not some hidden message from the past. And the fact that it connects to my mom, just coincidence. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like that. And then there's this. While digging around, I found something new. The Velvet Files. It looks like an old blog, and some of its posts are now accessible. Well, let's just say it leans into the whole everything is connected mindset. Full-on conspiracy board energy. Call Alex Bale! But I saw it was keeping tabs on Velvet Cove back then. Maybe they saw something. Maybe they knew something. Take a look and let me know what you find. And let's hope that newsletter still comes through. Erin. The Velvet Files. Looks like an old blog. Some of its posts are now accessible. Okay. The Velvet Files. Take a look, let me know what you find. We know how this works so far. Okay? We have to take a look at anything that comes through when it's related to something Erin's interested in, and then we have to respond with our findings. There's like an actual key phrase or something to get this through. So, the Velvet Files, huh? We got anything new in documents? Maybe log 3. Okay, I think this is related to what we last got through. Everyone on Discord was waiting for water bodies to drop. We knew something was coming, but none of us knew what to expect. Then exactly at 4 p.m. EST, it went live. Okay. So we also have a time that this usually is going to happen. At first it seemed normal, but almost immediately something felt wrong. Not just technical glitches, this was deliberate. Like something was buried beneath the surface trying to break through. It wasn't just a bad upload. Someone or something wanted us to see this. Allegro Jax. Allegro jacks, sharp ears were the first to pick up on something strange in the static. A pulsing pattern hidden in the interference. Morse code. Once that clicked, Crispy got to work and cracked it, revealing a date. 08/1694. Always remember the zeros. Just use the zeros when you find them. Then, Kira Thor noticed something even stranger. The folds in the video match the creases on the water bodies poster we found earlier. That poster, it wasn't just a clue, it was a key. King Bear tested the theory, overlaying the image onto the film, and suddenly things lined up. Letters appeared where the holes in the poster were, like a hidden message waiting to be uncovered. And that's when Man Like Zing put the final piece together. The scattered words in the film weren't random. When placed in the right order, the letter spelled out something chilling. She disappeared. That hit me hard. This isn't just some weird coincidence anymore. Someone, maybe my mom, hid this for a reason. I won't lie, it's scary, but at the same time it feels like the right thing to do. Like we're uncovering something that was never meant to stay hidden. But now I can't stop thinking, did my mom know this person? The next Movie Palace newsletter drops soon, and something tells me this is far from over. Aaron. Okay, so I want to illustrate something immediately for everybody watching, okay? When it comes to ARG, one of the most difficult issues you will have is catch-up and easy understanding of events. This right here is accomplishing not just a very accessible, understandable in-world review that breaks down what happened and what it means. That is just right there available for you. It's also acknowledging the player progress in universe. This is so different compared to a lot of what I've come across. Because yes, usually you do need an external kind of source among the player community to catch up on things. Seldom do you have a character, especially the main character of the driving narrative, composing diaries that give you explicitly what is happening in very simple context so that anybody can understand. They know what they're doing and it shows. They absolutely do. This is solving a problem that ARG often does have, which is that accessibility factor, not just for newcomers, but those who need to catch up on the game who got in initially. I really love this. It's in context. It plays all these angles of need and accessibility, and it's giving acknowledgments. Because it's got to feel special. It really has got to feel special when you're the one to come through with the solve right away and help out this character. And then you see that recognition, not just the interaction within the community, but you see this afterwards. And now that's literally part of the game. That's a great touch.
It's a damn good margarita.
It is a damn good margarita. Clever Snowwolf, welcome on in. A long-time viewer, thank you so much. Awesome to have you here. We are just getting started on today's activity for Movie Palace Online. And hey, Alex Underground. The Moth Them says, oh yeah, I mentioned this right at the end of last week. Aaron's mom was named Virginia, if I remember correctly, and I feel I remember Kat Zienfriend mentioned once in passing as named Virginia. Oh, maybe. See, this is going to be very interesting for me to go actually through the recording of playing Lost Records Tape 1 and seeing if anything lines up that didn't occur to me right away. Hannah says, I love this. Also encourage viewers to play the game through seeing others get rewarded for their work. Yes, that is a big thing, too. I mean, that's one of the quieter aspects, but yeah, when you see that people get directly acknowledged for jumping right in the fray, it does give a little bit of a maybe me for everybody else. It's an emotional investment. Hey, astronaut, I understand. Hit vitamin C and zinc, not just vitamin C. And if you can get your hands on cold ease, get some cold ease. That is magic. Seriously, that'll help you out a ton. I've always shortened down whatever I was dealing with using cold ease, but thanks for dropping in. Okay. The Velvet Files. It's a blog. velvetcove.town. The Velvet Files. Wait a minute. So we have Movie Palace Online here. We have the Water Bodies poster. I did not anticipate that we would have the video piece right here. That is extremely helpful. I love that. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is fascinating. We have this here. No idea what it means. It is the same artifact that we see within the poster slots. It is the same sort of effect that we understand from in-game on Swan's camera as we're going around and observing anomalies. Now, under the Velvet Cove Town page, we have the Velvet Files. I was thinking for a moment that we would have to search for it, but we got it right here. Okay, let's take a look. Observations posted by Pam. No way. Pam from the bar, Pam? Hell yeah, Pam from the bar. Who knows that interesting things happen at Velvet Cove and was talking to the bartender about it. Nice. Okay. That's her silhouette, isn't it? December 3rd, 94. Okay. That's what, a good 8 months before the events in game? 7:56 a.m. Fog figures. The fog is extra dense today, but I swear I saw figures moving in it. Read an article. Okay. Fog is extra dense today, but I swear I saw figures moving in it. Long, thin shapes that just vanished. Definitely not joggers. Who or what was out there? 3:33 p.m. That's an angel number. That's a special one. Vanishing chalk symbols. Noticed strange chalk symbols on the sidewalk near City Hall earlier. By the time I came back to take a photo, they were gone. Did someone erase them, or did they disappear on their own? Stay alert. Would we call some of the stuff that we saw in Fawn's Rest initially chalk symbols? Cat Conclave, 11 p.m. At least 6 cats gathered at the corner of Birch and Willow, all staring in the same direction. Something's happening. Are they guarding a portal? Well, cats are known to see a bit more than human beings, typically. The Donnellys got a new shed. Why? So that was earlier. Oh. There's a lot here. Okay. Oh, we're having fun with this. 220. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. It didn't start with us. Posted by Pam. February 20th, 1994. I don't know how many of you have spent time digging through Old Town records, but let me tell you, Velvet Cove's history isn't as boring as they'd like us to believe. And going through these archives, seeing the same patterns over and over again is exactly why I started the Velvet Files. It's time for the mug. Seriously. Take this, for example. A news article from 1889. Miners from the Northern Michigan Copper Company, which we had a member of that company who was occupying Fawn's Rest, and we have documents in the cabin, wandered into the Whispering Woods one day and were never seen again. The search teams found their tools just left behind in the dirt, like they ran off in a panic or worse, something made them disappear. So immediately we have, within the ARG, potential to chase lines of inquiry inside Velvet Cove that we might not necessarily have answers to in-game. And that is an awesome pursuit for storytelling. That's one of the things I really love about ARG, is that there is so much potential when it is an ARG for something that is larger media. Like a game, like a movie, anything like that. It presents possibility to make more of an inquiry into things and expand the story in routes that otherwise we might not be able to get around to. Search teams found their tools just left behind in the dirt, like they ran off in a panic or worse, something made them disappear. Now, if this was just an isolated incident, I'd say, okay, fine. Maybe they got lost. Maybe they fell down a ravine. Maybe something perfectly normal happened if they ran into the Fey Circle and they were granted wishes. Ah. Our miner in the cabin, who was in difficult financial circumstances, might have made a very significant wish. Okay. Maybe they all did, in order to get out of the situation. But see, the Whispering Woods aren't just any woods. You ever notice how many people have gone missing there? How far back these disappearances go? This was over 100 years ago. But tell me this, why are things like this still happening? They won't put this in history books, they won't talk about it in town meetings, but I will, because someone has to. Lucky for me, that nice girl from Movie Palace listens. She humors me when I bring this stuff up, at least. Maybe she just finds me entertaining, but hey, I'll take what I can get. If more people had an open mind like she does, maybe this town won't keep falling into the same cycles. It didn't start with us, and it won't stop unless we figure out what's really going on in Velvet Cove. Nice girl from the Movie Palace. Okay, is there possibility for that to have been Erin's mom? Because we know Erin's mom visited the Movie Palace. It didn't start with us. Mailbox destruction, the new crop circles. It finally stopped raining on Tuesday, so I took out my Schwinn for a spin on some quiet roads. It was sunny, breezy, just a glorious day, and tell you, I was not even looking for paranormal weirdness, but friends, I found it. Down on Country Road 8, around the spot where that Shane lumber truck mysteriously dropped its cargo, took out a utility pole and knocked out power to half the county a few years back, I noticed a broken mailbox. And then another, and another. Folks on that road, like my old 4-H friend, Miriam Prisbalewski, and her drunk of a husband, all have classic tin or fiberglass mailboxes on post, and for a good long stretch, every single one that I saw was broken, like something had come by with an ungodly amount of force and just smashed them. Immediately, I don't know why. Must be my intuition or my spirit guides, but immediately I thought crop circles. This is the new way that extraterrestrial visitors are trying to communicate with us. And why not? Most people just ignore the messages in the crop circles. And the Greys aren't stupid, so of course they're going to switch up their methods eventually. Talking to one guy named Chuck who is installing a new box, I learned that this isn't even the first time it's happened. Most folks had already cleaned up the mess by the time I'd gotten by. which is a real shame because I bet if we'd examined the way those boxes were broken, like how the fragments and bits of paper were aligned, we could have had a beautiful detailed message of hope or a prophetic warning. I tried to tell that to Chuck, but he said he had to go inside to get a Phillips head screwdriver and never came back. Suspicious. Also rude. This is probably not the time for me to give a lecture on being grounded even as you are spiritual. But I'm gonna tell you anyway that when the most obvious logical conclusion is that a bunch of asshole kids with a lot more strength and durability of bats did this than anything paranormal, you should probably take it on faith that it was a bunch of asshole kids. And it was not, in fact, your spirit guides confirming aliens. Way to stick it to that fictional character, Nick. Well, you know what? I wouldn't have to stick it to the fictional character if I didn't find a plethora of this on YouTube and know just how much filthier it is on TikTok of people applying their spiritual learnings to every single little thing, like the way that they open their cereal box and the pattern of the cereal that morning. Come on. Something is going on in Velvet Cove. I've noticed it for a while now. Little groups of people meeting up in the same spots, whispering, always the same locations. Behind Betty's Diner, by the docks, under that one gnarled tree near the old park entrance. You know the one. And every time I try to casually walk over, silence. They stop talking. They glance at each other. Valley Valda. Okay, I'm gonna read this one because I know exactly what you're asking. Brian, there's a message in my cereal. It says, "Oh." Peter, those are Cheerios. You're not using your Cookie Crisp to scry. What are you doing? I'm looking for things that are actually out of the ordinary that don't have an explanation like kids with baseball bats. That's what I'm doing. They stop talking, they glance at each other, and then suddenly it's, "Oh, Pam, we were just talking about the bake sale," or, "Did you hear about the community garden project?" Like I'm supposed to believe these folks are standing in the cold, huddled like they're plotting something just to discuss zucchini. It's too perfect, too normal, and that's what makes it suspicious. I don't have the full picture yet, but I know this. They don't want me to hear what they're really talking about. Which means I definitely need to keep listening. If you've seen anything, or if you're part of whatever this is, don't think I'm not on to you. More soon. One of the best ways to just address this whole thing is actually a phrase by Mavis Patilla, the Grand Dame of British mediumship, who was so incredibly good that she trained other top brass, scientifically tested, down to like quadruple blind study mediums. And it's very simple. Don't be so heavenly that you're of no earthly use. Seriously. Like, remember the experience you're having. It's not your entire day that is touched by the other side, or anything that's, not the typical. It's not the whole day long. Alright, this is weird. Yesterday, I stopped by Movie Palace to grab a rental. Lady Hawk. Underrated masterpiece. Don't fight me on this. But when I got home, I found a note tucked inside the case. What the hell? My mind is already spinning. Is this related to the gatherings I wrote about? Some kind of secret society? A coded message meant for someone else? Or was it left for me? I took it to Jake, hoping he'd have some insight. I know. But all I got was a lecture about Movie Palace's strict rental case integrity policy. No papers or foreign objects inside cases. Cases must be returned exactly as they were. Tapes must be rewound. Blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't answer who left this or what. I don't believe in coincidences. This means something. I just have to figure out what. Okay, we got something. She slipped between the lines unknown to most, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. VW. Not Virginia Woolf, but if Aaron's mother was named Virginia, I'm gonna guess it's Virginia. She slipped between the lines unknown to most, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. What's with this almost redacted looking sheet here? We're gonna keep that on the side. Donnelly's got a new shed. Why? Oh, this is rich. The Donnelly's got a new shed. A big one, with a padlock. His old shed wasn't even in terrible shape, but apparently that wasn't good enough for Todd Donnelly. No, he needs something bigger. To hide what exactly? I walked by, just casually like a normal neighbor, not snooping, and this thing is built like a bunker. Why does a man who barely mows his lawn need Fort Knox in his backyard? I have theories. I don't want to go off making assumptions, though. I'll report back once I have more evidence. About me. Uncovering the strange, the unexplained, and the downright suspicious in Velvet Cove. Name's Pam. Just Pam. Unlike the cooking spray, I stick to my instincts, no matter how much they want me to let things slide. I started the Velvet Files because somebody had to. This town has secrets, big ones, and nobody seems to care. Velvet Cove might look like your typical sleepy Michigan town, but I'm telling you there's something else happening beneath the surface. If you know where to look, the cracks start to show. Objects disappear, people vanish, strange lights flicker where they shouldn't, weird gatherings happen in places they shouldn't, and the second I ask questions, silence. If you're like me, you know they are covering things up. Who are they? That's what I'm here to figure out. Government? Secret society? The other government? The other secret society? Could be forces we don't even have names for yet. So if you've ever felt that chill on the back of your neck, seen something you weren't supposed to see, or just know something isn't right, stick around. Trust no one. Besides me. Okay, conspiracy Carl. Alrighty. Alright. We need to get back to Aaron. Right? With something, at least. Here's the issue for me. This is so prominently placed. I know there's gotta be something. Replace the emphasized words with the black bars? That's what I'm thinking. And I don't understand why we've got the numbers here yet. It's also difficult to read them. Like, that's hard to read at this size. It feels immediately like an overlay. Maybe one is the first blog post. It's possible, because what this could potentially... I feel as though we need a cleanup. I can see some numbers well enough. 01, 02, 04, 07, 10. I'm sure that's a 9 up top there. So this has to be applied to Velvet Files, right? She slipped between the lines, unknown to most, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. It's screaming layover piece, right? Okay, let's see how the numbers could potentially apply to the articles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? We've got 12 articles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's nothing in the About Me. Do we have anything as high as 12? That might be one. That could be 12. Right? Could the numbers refer to the dates of the post? That's also possible. I wish we had a cleaner version of this. She slipped between the lines unknown to most, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. You see a 12 in that third space on the left? That might be 02. It's just clear enough to understand some of these numbers. All right, here's one. 0204, right? 0204. If we were to assume 220, how is this going for 11, 8, 12, 3? Okay, the latest is on the left. Maybe the barcode is involved. The only way that we get an acceptable form of the second one has to be the Donnelly's got a new shed. But let's check observations. The only bold stuff in here, and I'm feeling like it's got to be the bold text in these articles, because it would just be too much to go by the word if there's a number referring to which word instead of which bold word. Here, the bold is very consistent. This is very much a case where it feels like the emphasized bold pieces are what we want, right? So if we were to go with the idea of second article, fourth piece, let's say, right? Because taking this example here of 2, 4, if that is 02 and 04, we go to the second one available from the top, higher res image, Darth Arquato. Let me check the Discord, because maybe they've already got it, because the Discord moves so fast. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you, Darth Arquato. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's right on the money. Okay. It only goes up to 10. All right. They figured out the last puzzle within like 2 hours, damn that. Yeah. Okay. She slipped between the lines, unknown to most, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. 3, 9, 10. All right. Oh, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Actually, no, that's not going to apply to the number of blog posts, because we only have 12 of those, right? Let's actually try dates. No, because that doesn't necessarily work either right off the bat. The missing numbers refer to the blog post that we don't have? Potentially. I was just studying some of these sentences on the receipt. The summer movie palace is launching you into the future of entertainment. Watch movies at home like never before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still, the fact she chose to put it in a movie palace box is probably meaningful. Why would she specifically want it to be put there and not a book or something? Well, the in-universe writing answer is that it was the only way that she could actually pass it off knowing Pam at that place. That's my immediate answer, is narratively, that's the only way that you could write it in a way that's believable and understood from a character perspective. But in terms of puzzle work, though, I hear you. Still think the fact she doesn't put in a movie palace box, which means it's got to be the receipt. Okay. There's too many lines. There's too many lines on the receipt. There's too many lines on the receipt. The length of the lines. Because even if the length of the lines means something, I don't know where to lay them. on something like this, I cannot make sense of the distinction between the numbers and the actual correspondence of left and right. Why the fuck are some of these lines so long then? Why would we have a line as long as this with 01? Why would we have that? Why would we have that? If it's any consolation, the Discord is just as stopped right now. It's no further than us, and our grassing got straws too. For the sake of my sanity, Iron Fox, you telling me that, I'm gonna take a look just to verify that claim. I'm gonna take a look to verify that one. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Because immediately, I think I know where. Because somebody else brought up a piece that this can apply to potentially. However, my immediate thought process is, from a writing perspective, does that make any sense at all? Like, not for us, but for Pam. Does that make any writing sense at all for Pam? Because you want to know what somebody else thought of? What's that look like? It looks like the fucking bars. Yes, it does look like the fucking bars. No, I'm not the genius. It's somebody else. It's somebody else who pulled up the image as the where to go. The thing about it is, immediately, my question about it is, the thing that gets stuck in my craw here. Virginia's note, right? She slipped between the lines unknown to Mose, but looked through the crowd to know the ghost. VW. With this piece, okay? With this piece for the application. All right? It's in a Movie Palace box. Let's talk about where this incident came from the character perspective of Pam to follow the line of logic. Okay? Yesterday, I stopped by Movie Palace to grab a rental. Lady Hawk. Underrated masterpiece. Not Water Bodies. The movie case in which this was found by Pam, who is receiving the secret message here, is not the movie that we have been given evidence for. It is a completely different film that we have assumed from the player perspective we have already worked with. The lines, the black bars line up, yes. When we take a look at the whole idea of cast on the upper right, and then the black bars lining up, it does fit over it. It does fit. The problem is in the entire introduction of this clue within context of this meeting through note communication. It was found in the film Lady Hawk, not Water Bodies. Therefore, the only straw that we can grasp at when it comes to the actual how does this fit with Movie Palace and the information we have bit is the receipt. The lines do not work in any capacity of anything we've thrown at them, except for a film that is not within the picture of Pam's consciousness. Therefore, immediately our sense is it's out of play. Now, had it said right off the bat that this came within Water Bodies, we would have gone to look at Water Bodies. But contextually, character to character, this does not work. It doesn't make sense. Pam would have to get lucky. If we're thinking along the lines of what we have, contextually, the whole picture, it's not fitting. This is a case where it's only for the player, for the context in the writing, and it's not clicking together. So we just did a wild goose chase all around. And that's my immediate issue of why did this fail for me for an hour and a half, at least. It's not a tremendous failure by any means. No. This is a moment of, in lieu of a more proper clue of where to go with this, because we are in the headspace of Pam, operating in Pam's space with the idea of what Virginia is doing. Right? The idea to go back to stuff when it comes to things that Pam would have access to, that Virginia would also have access to related to Movie Palace, the only possible solution to that would be the receipts. Right? That's the only way it makes sense. Otherwise, Virginia would have to have passed this in water bodies, or get lucky enough for Pam to gain some idea, unless it comes out in the writing later, that somehow through time, Virginia is watching us. This is, or some kind of cross-paranormal communication. This does not work. Which is why we really ran around in circles, asking ourselves, where the hell does this apply? Where the hell does this apply? Okay. All right. It is not a bad puzzle, but the connective tissue is not logically sound within the actual writing and circumstances. Just bad placement, yes. All right. This makes too much sense now. So what we're going to need to do here, I'm going to need to take the image for cast and then crack that real quick in Photoshop. Okay, and then 5 underneath that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She was my. All right. This is going to be best friend, isn't it? Okay. 4 on the right underneath. Go ahead, give me the letters for friend, because I know it's there. F. Yes, indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's an FR, everybody. The first letter on the right, which is a D. She was my best friend. Go ahead and hit the buzzer. We've got it. Wait, what? The girl who disappeared was my mom's best friend? I don't even know what to say. I knew this had to be personal, but I didn't expect this. This changes everything. Every little thing we uncover feels like I'm getting to know my mom in a way I never did before. Like I'm piecing together a part of her life that was always just out of reach. Like, every note, every hidden clue, it's like she's still here, leaving pieces of herself for me to find. And now this friend, someone who mattered to her, someone who just vanished. Thank you for figuring this out. It's overwhelming, but in a good way. My mom never talked about this. Why? What happened between them? And now I have to know her name. If she was important to my mom, she's important to me. Also, small update, the Movie Palace Messenger finally showed up. Maybe there's something in there that can help us, and it should tell us what's dropping on Thursday. I'll take a look, but if you see anything weird, let me know. This is getting real, and honestly, I want to know everything. Okay. Hey, movie lovers! It's Tuesday, which means your latest edition of the Movie Palace Messenger has arrived. Employee of the Month Spotlight, meet Jake, the most dedicated Movie Palace employee and enforcer of the Rewind policy. Movie of the Week, Wall Street Whatever! High stakes, high fashion, and a high-powered rom-com hitting Movie Palace Online this Thursday. Behind the scenes, a Pen Pal's Revenge adaptation, V.B. Ashcroft shares his unique creative process. Check out the full issue attached, and don't forget to log in Thursday for this week's featured film.
It's time you all bought some stock in self-worth.
Favorite movie is The Thing. Hey, pretty good choice. Favorite game is Doom 2. You just gave us your employee ID? Like that? Well, that's probably gonna be useful later, isn't it, guys? Some people wear a uniform. I wear my employee ID MBE 047195 Cove. It's not just a number, it's a badge of honor, a mark of distinction. The second I clock in, I'm not just Jake. I'm part of something bigger. If I ever lost this job, man, the thought of being downgraded to a regular customer ID, stripped of my MPE prefix, it would be like getting discharged from duty. A civilian, a nobody. Not on my watch. If you've ever tried to argue your way out of a late fee at Movie Palace, you probably met Jake. We all know he can be a little intense when it comes to the rules. It's okay, I can be a little intense when I'm not making headway on an ARG puzzle and I'm in front of an entire crowd. Seriously, don't even think about returning a tape unrewound. But that's just part of what makes him Employee of the Month material. A former Army cadet who found his true calling in the trenches of VHS rentals, Jake believes in structure, discipline, and making sure every customer gets the perfect movie recommendation, whether they asked for it or not. Congratulations, Jake! This Thursday's Movie Palace Online Movie of the Week. There was a rumor floating around the message boards that our next movie of the week would be Red Velvet, and while that was the plan, some studios aren't ready for our online distribution model. Fair enough. Online distribution model. So we made a last-minute pivot to another fantastic flick, Wall Street Whatever. Oh my god, it's Legally Blonde, but Wall Street. When bubbly fashion grad Tiffany Halt follows her Wall Street hotshot boyfriend to New York City, she expects love, not a brutal breakup. Determined to prove she's more than just a pretty face, she lands a job at Barrington & Co., a high-stakes trading firm, thanks to a resume mix-up. Armed with charm, intuition, and killer negotiation skills, Tiffany stuns the boys' club, impressing skeptical golden boy Nate Carter, and earning the mentorship of Wall Street legend Margot Steele. But when a corporate scandal threatens the film, Tiffany outsmarts the sharks, saves the day, and in legendary romantic comedy finale that brings the entire NYSE trading floor to a grinding halt, locks in the deal of a lifetime with a grand stock-stopping kiss. Wall Street Whatever is a fun, fearless financial fairy tale, packed with romance, girl power, and a best-selling soundtrack featuring TLC, Bryan Adams, and more. What do you think, movie lovers? Are Jessica and Ryan the greatest on-screen couple of all time? Or do you agree with the Los Angeles Examiner that their best work is a tiny speck in the rearview mirror? Movie trivia. Many view this as Jessica Hartwell and Ryan Calhoun's triumphant comeback, since their breakout hit Escalator love story. They had fun with these. The tabloid darlings have seen diminishing returns on their collaborations, including the hot air balloon rom-com Basket Cases, the throwback musical Soda Jerk Jump Rope, and Jason Cage's epic misfire, Ultropolis Rex. V.B. Ashcroft on bringing Pen Pal's Revenge to the big screen. Wasn't this a book in Swan's room? Surprising it took this long for Hollywood to get any of the hit young adult novels in V.B. Ashcroft's Shivers Lane, Fear Street, yeah, onto the silver screen. But after years of false starts, rewrites, and what one producer describes as a baffling and unnecessary personal investigation into the properties of janitorial closet locks, Newer Line is finally bringing the best-selling Pen Pal's Revenge to life. We sat down with Ashcroft himself to discuss the adaptation process. This is so in-depth for in-universe media, and I love it. Like, this is really trying to develop these aspects of the world. Props to that. What was it like translating your book into a screenplay? Oh, terrible. I hated it. Is this going to be the Lemony Snicket story? Writing a book is easy. I just type it out, a manuscript, and the publisher does the rest. With a movie, you have to explain things to people, and they ask things. Why is this character 8 feet tall? Why is there so much dialogue as they're falling off the waterfall? I don't know. That's just how it is. Alright, I love this. Movie Palace. Your writing process is famously immersive. You wrote Miner's Torment in Yukon Nickel Mine by the light of a headlamp. Did you take a similar approach to adapting the story? Of course. Back when I wrote Tiny Booze and then Shivers Lane, I had my kids help. I'd set up scares in the house, shadowy figures in doorways, sinister notes under their pillows, really make them feel the terror. We spent the months in a deserted summer camp, that kind of thing. But my kids are grown now. They've moved very far away, so I had to get creative. Turns out it's not easy to lure strangers into a realistic haunted school setting without severe legal complications. There were some, but the studio intervened before it got too interesting. It's R.L. Stine, where to. Movie Palace. The studio was involved in your process? Well, they were involved in stopping my process. I'd say, I need a mannequin with real human teeth. And they'd say, VB, you can't do that. I'd say, I need to mail out 1,000 ransom notes and read the responses. And they'd say, we will be sending someone to check on you. It's a... It's a miracle this movie is happening at all. The Messenger returns next Tuesday. Don't forget to catch the movie of the week starting Thursday. So there might be something for us Thursday. Okay. We did it. But okay, everybody, that was the update confirming that this is a weekly process. Tuesdays are when big things happen. It seems to be hinting that there might be activity on Thursdays. I'm going to check in on Thursday to verify that. But go ahead and join the Discord. I'll go ahead and put the link into the video description. I'm going to go ahead and put out my usual NM Live community tab post for when I'm going live with this stuff. You can always go ahead and follow me over on Twitch as well to see about getting those notifications. You can go to my Blue Sky. I post over there too when I'm going live. But go ahead and make sure you're taking advantage of any space where notifications are going to roll on through. All right? And then we can keep up with this together week after week. That was challenging, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to spend a good half hour privately musing about the merits of my arguments about why that was difficult versus am I just himbo again today? And need to spend a sabbatical with the puzzle divers of ARG. You're always himbo. I know. But I love Movie Palace Online. This is fantastic, and I want more. I want more. Even if it's going to cost me 2 hours of wanting to bop my head against the screen every time, it's worth it. This is a lot of fun. It's highly creative. I can feel the love of the creativity in here. And we're going to keep on coming back. We're going to keep doing this week after week, straight up into tape 2 of Bloom & Rage. So thank you for checking this out, and join us if you can. See you soon.